Hey Jeff, what up? I did get your package. I'm actually going through it right now, Jeff. I did get the package and I'm going through it right now. What up, Dennis, Jeff, Kevin, Jesse? What up, guys? Finishing getting everything updated, then we'll get started here. All right, give me about 3 minutes, guys, and then we'll get started here. I'll catch up on comments here. Give me about 3 minutes. Alright, guys, I think I've got everything organized on my end here. I have been quite literally running around here with my head chopped off. Get started here literally about 48 seconds. Alright, Sassy Molassie. Alright guys, happy weekend. Friday. Let me update the site and we'll get up there. Hope everybody's doing well. Daniel, Jesse, Jeff, Thomas. What up, everybody? Alright. One update for the site and then we'll get started here. Just one last update. I need to get some gloves. Alright, so one last update and some gloves, and then we'll get on camera. Sorry for the slight delay. Alright, got some gloves here. And one small update on the site. December 16th, wow. Alright. Alright, I am all set. Jeff, I have your package. I literally just opened it up. We'll include that at some point tonight as well. I'll get the link here in a little bit. Give me a few moments. Alright, guys. Several things in store for us tonight. Let's use this as a placeholder. First of all, the only beer I have for right now is a double perpetual IPA. I went to a Christmas pop-up bar with my wife and some of her friends earlier, and so I've been drinking for several hours. So, cheers to that. Cheers to just getting caught up on everything, and probably getting some free extra giveaways tonight because of that. What up, everybody? I hope everyone is doing well. Alright. As long as you... Now, Malachi, that is way more impressive than anything I've ever done. Alright. As long as you buy 5 or more spots, you're getting something tonight coming in the mail. 5 or more spots tonight is going to get you the following. It'll get you a pack of Contenders Football 2024, a pack of Parkhurst Hockey 1991, some throwback love, some World of Warriors Topps Trading Card Game, 2025 Upper Donruss Baseball Gravity, and some Donruss NBA Hoops 24-25. Alright. Now, if you bought in tonight at a rate of 10 or more spots, we're going to upgrade you. We're going to get you a Jumbo Chronicles Draft Picks 2021 pack, one of those NBA Hoops 2024-25 packs, an Upper Deck 2021 Hockey pack, a Hobby Topps Big League Baseball 2023 pack, and how about a Booster Marvel Avengers 2024 pack? Alright, so that's pretty cool right there. One of these booster packs. Alright, so that's a look at everything out there tonight. If you need a spot, there are a few spots available. I will go over that right now. Here we are, dad-breaks.com. Here's our upcoming break schedule. So we are breaking, as you can see right now, the 5th. And then we'll be breaking again next Friday on the 12th. I am actually traveling. I'll be gone Sunday to Friday of next week. So I will try to get some of the packages out from tonight's break in Monday's mail. The rest will be out on Friday of next week. So I do apologize for the small delay with that. Just travel. A lot of stuff going on. Personal life with my dad's health and then some travel. So just a 411 on that for work. But that's the last travel event I have of the 2025 calendar year, work related, so just wanted to let you know about that. Tuesday, not Tuesday, but Tuesday, the 16th will be the break we do after that as well. And that's also our customer appreciation break. So be on the lookout for that if you guys haven't redeemed your points yet for that. Alright, so spots that are still available. We've got baseball bat. This is a two Gold Rush baseballs, one bat. Break. In this break we have the Diamondbacks, Orioles, White Sox, Guardians, Astros, Brewers, and Padres available. Then we have the kicks. We'd have about, I think there was about 5, maybe 6 spots the last I looked, although some spots have sold since I looked last, so maybe less. It is one autographed pair of shoes, one autographed jersey, and one autographed basketball in that break. Then we have you'll get 3 random teams for this price in a live box break, football break. The teams that are still available are the Cardinals, Falcons, Panthers, Bears, Packers, Texans, Chiefs, Raiders, and Chargers. You'll get 3 random teams in a single jersey Gold Rush break. And then we have the Funko break. So then we have 1 autographed Funko, 1 autographed jersey, Hall of Famer, and 1 autographed photo. On that, you'll get a random letter in that. Right, and that's it. Everything else sold out. Alright, so everything else tonight sold out. Thank you guys so much for breaking with me, as always. Alright, bear with me. I need to just update a few things since you guys have joined. Since we have joined. Plus, I need to make sure it says Tuesday. Not Tuesday. Alright guys, well thank you guys so much for joining. I will put in the chat, I will let Jeff talk about this, but Jeff took a photo, and there's benefits to go to Make-A-Wish, and Jeff could win a nice little penny or two. This is Jeff right here. Jeff, you could talk about that. Feel free to everybody to click on that, and feel free to give your vote for Jeff's photo. Jeff, you can put more context in the chat about that. Give me a moment here, get updated. Some of the spots that have come in since we just started here. Alright, so I have to add, I see I've got Taylor, Kevin, Chris, Mike, Chris, Kevin, Chris again, Michael Motorcycle, and Taylor. I think I put Taylor in. Yeah, I did. Right, Taylor, I've got you in the basketball break. Michael Motorcycle bought the last, bought in the big box break tonight. Chris, you have the Cardinals and the Commanders. Kevin, grabbing a couple spots in that basketball break, so they're less than I thought there were when I last looked. Chris has the Chris, you have the Marlins. All right. Mike W's got the Chargers. Chris grabbed 3 random teams. 3. And Kevin grabbed the other 3 random teams. Alright, sweet. And someone just bought a spot. Let me just do that real quick. That is Howard. What up, Howard? Welcome to the big show. Howard's got a basketball spot. Howard. Alright. Howard Cosell. Okay. So, we'll start the evening out, guys, with, put this out there, a single jersey football break. Single jersey football break. For this, I need everybody out there in the chat. You're going to give me 2 NFL teams. Now, you're going to see some blank spots here on the left. Don't worry. I will adjust that momentarily. But in the chat, you're going to give me 2 NFL teams. All right, 2 NFL teams. If you guess correctly, you'll get a chance here to Box of Mystery. And yes, Jeff, I don't know if you saw or heard me say it a couple times because I just saw your message here. I did get the box. I opened it as we started here at like 10 o'clock. So I didn't get to look at it very closely, but I'll include it at some point tonight in the next probably half hour to 45 minutes. I'll save it outside the first break here just to give me another minute to look at it, but probably in a multi-sport break I'll do it. Alright, looks like we have every number but the number 6. Is that right? Yeah. Alright. First things first. There are spots here you don't see. We gotta figure out who's getting each one of those spots. Alright. Give me a moment here. Alright. Our first break of the night. These are the teams that are available out there. Alright, so the Cardinals, Falcons, Panthers, Bears, Packers, Texans, Chiefs, Raiders, Chargers. Robert, Chris, and Kevin, you each bought 3 of those spots. I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to place it over in random.org. Take that out. We'll do this 7 times. The top name would get the top name, bottom would get the I think it was the Chargers. It's just going to be placed in that same order. All right, so there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Kevin, you're going to get the top team name. Robert, you'll get the bottom team name. You'll see me copy this. We'll go back into here. And so Kevin, you have the Cardinals. Chris has the Falcons. Kevin with the Panthers. Robert's got the Bears. Chris with the Packers. Robert with the Texans. Chris has the Chiefs. Kevin's got the Raiders. And Robert, you're going to have the Chargers. Alright, so let me go in. Give me a moment real quick to put these, and then I'll refresh our list. Alright, so again, Kevin, you have the Cardinals, the Panthers, and the Raiders. Alright, and then Chris, you have the Falcons, the Packers, and the Chiefs. And then last but not least, Robert, you're going to have the Bears, Bears, the Texans, and the Chargers. Alright, and then I'm going to set up Texans and Chargers. And then I just got to fill in the person that bought the Browns. It's Kelly. Alright, Kelly Jones. Alright, guys. No. That's not right. Did we not sell the Browns? No, Dennis. Dennis had the Browns. That's my bad. Dennis. Alright, Dennis has the Browns. Alright, guys. I'm going to refresh this. And you'll see the updated list. Alright, guys. In our first break of the night, we have Kevin with the Cardinals, Chris with the Falcons, Troy's got the Baltimore Ravens, Thomas with the Bills, Kevin has the Panthers, Robert with the Bears, George has the Bungles, Dennis with the Browns, Troy's got the Cowboys, Patrick got the Broncos, David with the Lions, Chris has the Packers, Robert with the Texans, Dennis has the Colts, William with the Jags, Chris with the Chiefs, Kevin has the Raiders, Robert with the Chargers, Stacy's got the Rams, David with the Dolphins, Stacy with the Vikes, Rob's in the house here with the Pats, David's got the Saints, Giants, and Jets. Daniel's going with his Fly Eagle Fly. Troy's got the Steelers. David with the Niners. Dennis with the Seahawks. Rob's got the Bucks. George with the Titans. And Troy is sitting on the commode. Alright, guys. Let's do this. Last call on those guesses here. Last call on those guesses. Box 1 is our placeholders. One time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. We're going to use box 2. Alright, box number 2 for our break here. Alright, box 2 coming on. Box 1 coming off. There's 2. There goes box 1. Alright, guys. Good luck here. We are looking at box 2. We've got the Game On Good Luck Charm Pizza right here. Box 2. Alright, so the secondary seal's down there. It's swipey, like snipey. Give it a slice right there so you can pull one of these headliners. Alright, guys. Good luck. Secondary seal right there. Good luck with those guesses. Happy Friday. Seeing a 3. Another 3. We have, oh, look at that Dallas Cowboy hit right there. Hall of Fame running back, Tony Dorsett. Tony Dorsett from the Cowboys. Beckett authenticated on a Tony Dorsett Hall of Fame big time hit for Troy right there. Congratulations, Troy. Beckett authenticated on a Tony Dorsett. Alright, let me mark that down. A really nice start there. Tony Dorsett. And Beckett authenticated. Alright, Tony Dorsett. Let's see, who guessed Cowboys? I see George with a Cowboys guess. I think George is the only one. I think George is the only correct guess. Am I seeing that correctly? I think George is the only correct guess here. Alright, Tony Dorsett going out to Troy, and then George, the only correct guess to start the evening out. Alright, if you get a tennis ball, George, you are going to get yourself, George, you will get an 8x10 autograph photo, George. If you correctly pick the box that has a tennis ball, you'll get an 8x10 autographed photo. But you have to pick the box that has the tennis ball in it. Alright, George. We're just going with the police. Alright. That means you passed up on the silver. Inside of silver was a pack of Bowman U. Bowman U 2025 football. 2025 Bowman U football. Bowman Chrome. Then you passed up on the Golden Egg. The Golden Egg had the tennis ball in it. Alright, so you missed out on the autographed 8x10 photo. Alright, George, that means you just got your hands on a whammy. Alright, George, you are going to be looking at Inside Out. Here's a mystery box from Inside Out. Look at this. You're going to get a mystery character. Let's see who it's going to be. All right. Inside out, and let's open this up. Your mystery character. Ooh, all right, look at this. One of the new ones from this new movie. You have this anxiety. You've got anxiety. All right, so you've got anxiety right here coming your way, George. All right. Starting the night out strong with some anxiety. Don't we all, right? For sure. Will not argue that 1 second of the day. Alright, guys. It's time for some divisional love. Alright, we're going to take at the end of these 5 breaks. We're going to take 4 people to get a box of mystery. 4 people going to get a box of mystery coming up here, right? It'll be 4 hits and 1 whammy. 4 hits and 1 whammy. I'll even tell you right now that the whammy came courtesy of Jeff. Alright, we know we're going to be using the mini helmet and the football boxes that are on the table. Alright, so we know those will be in tonight's break. I might have to go grab a baseball box. I don't see any baseball jerseys up here. We'll get to that in a little bit, but I don't see any baseball jerseys up here, so I will have to go down and grab that here in a little bit. Alright, yeah. That's what we'll have to do. Alright, go ahead in the chat. Give me 1 Major League Baseball, or 1 NFL division. I can't even think. NFL division. And it's going to be from this box here. This box is box 3. Box 3 right there. So go ahead, 1 NFL division. Alright. With that said, I'm going to call last call on those guesses already because we got it out there. We're ready to roll. Mike has the AFC East. David, you've got the AFC North. That's David J. Anthony's got the AFC South. Daniel's got the AFC West. Joseph has the NFC East. Mike has the NFC North. Jake has the NFC South. And Daniel has the NFC West. Alright, guys. I'm going to call it right away. We're calling it. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's get some magic in the show. Alright, little Fitz magic right here. Little beer juice. This is box 3. Box 3. No more guesses. Alright, so you can see that sealed. And then it's just sealed up all the way around to rip it and ship it deal. Alright, here we go. It is a specialty helmet. It is a specialty helmet from the Kansas City Chiefs. It is a new salute to service. And I think I know who that is. I think it's a running back. I think it's Larry Johnson, former Penn State Nittany Lion. But I will double check. That is a cool looking hit though if it is. AFC West. AFC West. And I think it's going to be a Larry Johnson salute to service. Either way, it's an AFC West hit. Let's find out if I have the name. It looks like it could be Larry Johnson. Alright, so we have 3 W 1697 22. Alright, 22983. It is. Look at that. Larry Johnson. Larry Johnson. Alright, great running back for the Chiefs. A little over a decade ago now. Alright, so Larry Johnson for the Chiefs. That'll go out to Daniel. Congrats, Daniel. Alright, there we go. Alright, we have box 1 on the table. This is box 1. That's the box we're going to use for the football. Go ahead, if you liked your guesses, go ahead and put those in. Alright, NFC, that's an AFC West guess. AFC West guesses. Not a single AFC West guess that I see. If I missed it, let me know, but I didn't see for the mini helmet any AFC West guesses. Alright, but you're putting a guess here for the full-size football. I'm going to call it right now. Last call on those guesses here. David's got the AFC East. Jake has the AFC North. Chad has the AFC South. Michael Motorcycle with the AFC West. Daniel has the NFC East. David has the NFC North. Robert's got the NFC South. And Thomas has the NFC West. Alright, guys. No more guesses. Let's go. Box 1, box 1. And like I said, right after this break here, this one, I have to go run and grab some jerseys. I don't have any baseball jerseys, so I'll have to do that in a moment. Alright. Box 1, give that a cut. And another cut on this side. Pop it up so Tom Brady isn't mad that I deflated his ball. Ooh. A Jacksonville Jaguar. I know that number. Alright, so we have Maurice Jones-Drew. Maurice Jones-Drew on a Jaguars hit. Look at that. AFC South on the board. AFC South, MJD. Maurice Jones-Drew, MJD. We got some good running backs from the 2000s here. Alright, JD. Alright, Chad, congratulations. That's an AFC South on the guest. Weird. Oh, there we go. Jesse has it. Jesse with the first correct guess here. Of the 2 football breaks, Jesse with the only correct guess that I see. That's a neat football hit. We don't pull many Jaguars. I don't think I've ever pulled a Jaguar football, actually, ever. Alright, you guys can put a baseball guess. I'm going to be back in 48 seconds. I got to go grab some baseball jerseys for this break, so give me a second to grab those. Alright. Got some good stuff here. Three boxes. I don't have numbers on them. We'll just go Top, middle, bottom. Top, middle, bottom on that. Oops, you can't see that, so I'll back it up. Top, middle, and bottom. And that'll help us determine. So it'll be top, middle, and bottom. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, it'll be the one we see right there in the middle. Alright, so this guy. I'll take the other 2 off. Last call on those baseball guesses here. We got David with the AL East, West, and Central. Daniel's got the NL East. Jeff has the NL Central. And Zachary has the NL West. Alright guys, no more guesses. Good luck. Quack quack. Good luck, baseball duck is out there. Secondary seal's down there. All the way around. Gonna give this a cut right there, see what we got. Alright guys. Alright, we actually saw one of these probably a couple weeks ago now. How about this? From the Milwaukee Brewers, guys. Milwaukee Brewers, this will be NL Central. We have shortstop at the time, Gary Sheffield. Gary Sheffield. This will go out to current division. Yes, when he played for them, they were an American League team. But it goes out to where the Brewers are located now, which would be the NL Central. NL Central, and that is Gary Sheffield. Gary Sheffield. Alright, so that is a Brewer hit, and that is an NL Central, and that's Jeff. Mr. Hawks is on the board early. Congrats, Mr. Hawks. Let me mark that down. Alright, if you guessed NL Central, your name's going in the good luck thing. NL Central. Troy B. Troy B, got it. I only have 1 correct guess on this. So far, we've done 3 breaks, only 2 correct guesses, and I'm taking 4 winners. So let's see if we can add some names on these last 2 divisional type breaks. Yep. Thomas Q. TQ has it right. Go ahead, give me a, you're going to say either active baseball or retired baseball, active football or retired football, active basketball or retired basketball, hockey or other. Jeff had NL Central. Jeff, your guesses aren't even showing up. They quite literally aren't showing up. But I'll take your word. Alright, we got to figure out the 8x10. 8x10. I have every number here, it looks like, but the number 3. Every number but the number 3. Alright, so let's head on over to the randomizer. We got 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alright, this is for the 8x10. There are 2 boxes in this break. There's 2, there's 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, we're going to use box 1. Quite simple on that. Quite simple indeed. Alright, cross that off my cheat sheet. Photo 1 right there. And that's going to be paired up with a 16x20. I have box 1. That box right against the table there is box 1. It looks like I have every number but 8. Every number but 8 from the case for the 16x20. Alright, so 1 again was our placeholder. 7 times here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. All right, we're gonna use box 10. Box 10. All right, let me get that bookend. Box 10's coming on. So there's box number 10. And then coming off here, box 1. All right, last call on the guesses for this. Last call on the guesses. All right, in our break, we have Zachary with the active and retired baseball, David M with active football, Michael Motorcycle with retired football, Jake is active and retired basketball, Ryan's got some hockey, and Jake is sitting there nicely with the other. Luis attack. What break? So the dad breaks bucks come. So as soon as I mark a break as filled, you will get the bucks into your account. You only get bucks for any purchase on dad-breaks.com too. So just a heads up on that. You only get them if it's an eBay purchase. You don't get any dad bucks. They only come from spots purchased on dad-breaks.com. All right, Luis. Is the name Luis on the site? What's the name that you purchased it with? Because I don't see a Luis on the website. Gitano. All right, Gitano. If you just purchased it now, which it looks like I had a Gitano just purchased one now. Then it will not be until the order is marked as filled to get points. Alright, but you should have your points already from the October and September break. So just a heads up on that. But anything from tonight, until I mark it as shipped or filled, you won't get any points from that. So. Alright, guys. Good luck here. No more guesses. Let's use my new football duck that my daughter won with the scarf on it as a good luck charm to start it out here. Box 1. And we'll use the baseball duck too. And some pizza. Okay, we're munching all along. Can't show favorites. Box 1 right there. We have Sean Kemp. This is going to be retired basketball. Jake, that's a sick photo. We've seen it before, but that's one of my favorite photos. Look at that. Some 1980s or 90s. Maybe early 90s. Likely early 90s, it looks like. Sean Kemp love right there. Sean Kemp is on the board. Yes. By the way, it's Beckett authenticated of Mr. Kemp. From a slam dunk contest, by the way. Alright, here we go. Let's get that pizza back out there. Yum, yum, give me some. Box 10. Sealed up all the way around. Alright, good luck, everybody. One cut. Nope. If you use the right side of the box cutter, it'll cut it. Alright, here we go. Ooh, we have an other hit. We are going to have an other hit right here. This is a couple of Olympians, a couple of divers, it looks like. A couple of divers from the U.S. Olympic team. So this is autographed by Cassidy Cook and Sarah Bacon. So we've got someone that's cooking bacon. We got cooking bacon. I'm going to say it like that, cooking bacon. Alright, so Cook and Bacon. Alright, so that's Beckett authenticated. And that's also going to go out to Jake. Congratulations, Jake. Couple of divers right there. What beats a dive bar? A couple of babes that are diving. Taking home some Olympic gold. Boom shakalaka. Alright, so we're going to have retired, basketball, and other for the giveaways. You working right now, Jake? Jake. Alright, retired, basketball, and other. Alright, Jeff with the correct guess there. I saw that one. Retired, basketball, and other. Candace with the correct guess. Kevin's saying he had NL Central, so I'm adding you, Kevin. It's just not showing up for me for whatever reason. Daniel had other. Alright. So that's all I have here for the correct guesses. I just see Jeff, Candace, and Daniel. If I miss somebody, let me know. But Jeff, Candace, and Daniel. Alright. Last divisional break, and good chance if you get it right that you'll get a giveaway here. We're taking 4 names, and so far, I only have 7 names. Alright, it is a brand new case, a brand new series. Alright, this just happens to be case number 10 of 10. Alright, brand new case. We're going to cut it open. Alright. Both times I guessed wrong. Alright, for our purposes of the break, box 1's going to be at the top, box 10 will be at the bottom, and we'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and so forth. Alright. Last call on those guesses. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 10. Box 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, box 10. So that is going to be our box. It's on the very bottom, box 10. And for our sake here, box 10 happens to be numbered box 46. Box 46. Alright. In our break, Daniel's got the Atlantic, George has the Metro, Thomas has the Central, and Jake has the Pacific. Alright, no more guesses. No more guesses on this one. Alright, get our little stick out there. Cross check. Boom, boom. Alright, this again, box 46. Good luck, guys. Give that a slide. Cut on this side and on that side. Right there and right there. Pop it up. Great, we have from the Montreal Canadiens, we have goaltender Sam Montembeault. Sam Montembeault. I know he's a goaltender for the Canadiens. Sam Montembeault for the Montreal Canadiens. The Habs. There's the Habs and the Have-Nots. And this time it's the Habs, and that's going to be an Atlantic hit for Daniel. Daniel, congratulations. Goaltender Sam Montembeault. Canadian ice hockey goaltender for the Habs. right. Again, another look at that puck. From the Habs. All right, Daniel, congratulations on the hit. Pair it up with your mini helmet there. Alright, I am adding Atlantic guesses. That's going to be J. Mike. Alright, so James, I got you. Atlantic. Dude, only guess of Atlantic was J. Mike? Am I seeing that right? I don't see anybody else. So that's going to be James. I don't see anybody else with the Atlantic. Alright, I'm going to put the 5 boxes together, and there are going to be half of you getting a box of mystery here. 4 hits, 1 whammy. Remember, not all whammies are created equal. Alright. We'll have 4 hits. 1 whammy out there. One more. Let's do this. All right. Alright, so here are our box options. We have Babes, Silver, Trash, Golden Egg, and then the Police. Alright, all 8 names going in there. The top 4 names, and it has to be unique. So Jeff, if your name is in the top 4 twice, because I think you're the only one that's on there more than once, we'll take another name because we're going to have 4 unique people picking a box of mystery. Alright. Top 4 unique names picking a box of mystery. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. So we actually going to have Jeff, James, Candace, and Troy B. So these 4 names, go ahead, pick a box of mystery. Jeff, J. Mike, Candace, and Troy B. Go ahead and pick a box of mystery. I will put your names on a sticker, and we'll get to that here in a second. Alright, so Jeff, James, Candace, and Troy. Alright, Troy, you're going to have to pick a different one, because I see Jeff has egg right before you. So, yeah. And then, let's see, James. So, James S, aka J Mike, you need to pick a box as well. Babes. Alright, guys. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, not all whammies are created equal. And to start the evening out, we have gold. Candace says gold. Wait, hold on. Candace says gold. I guess, Jeff, you can't. Candace had it. Yeah. Candace, you have it. So, Jeff, you need to pick. Jeff, you need to pick the trash. Alright, Jeff, you're going to get the trash instead, okay? Because you don't want to get the whammy that you donated. Alright, so Jeff's going to get the trash because he donated the whammy. Alright. Whammy! Nobody picked the whammy here. Inside of here was not 1, but 2 golf balls. Alright, Will golf for food. And a golf ball from the Masters, all right? But that's not it. You're going to get the 2 balls, and this is numbered to 6. How about this? Yeah, that's Scooter McGavin right there. A Scooter McGavin auto, Christopher McDonald. So that will be saved for another time, that whammy. Again, that was a gift from Jeff for our box of mystery. We'll save that for another time because that whammy, and remember, not all whammies created equal. Not going to get hit. All right, so no one picked that. So that means, Jeff, you got the trash. And coming out of the trash was a jumbo. Check this out. Topps 2022. There are over 30 cards in there. So, Jeff, you are getting this right here. Jeff. Topps Baseball 2022. All right. A lot of baseball. Rami Gonzalez right there. Tucker Davidson, Jordan Montgomery, Ryan Feltner, Patrick Sandoval. There's a Andrew McCutchen, Ricky Naughton, Frank Schwindel, Cole Tucker, Matt Brash, Nathan Eovaldi, Reese Hoskins, Yanni Hernandez. We have Guillermo Heredia, Gary Sanchez, Mike Bauman. That is a nice Alex Manoah, Generation Now. Generation Stay Healthy. Corbin Burns, Generation Get Healthy. Eloy Jimenez. There's a Jorge Lopez, or George Lopez. Chris Bassett. Cutter Crawford. Shohei Ohtani on the mound. There you go. That's a nice pull. George Polanco. Joey Ryan. Pablo Lopez. Joe Adele, future star, finally pulling through this year. David Peralta. Luis Perez. Kevin Smith. Taylor Widener, Jonathan Villar, Jonathan Diaz, Logan Allen, and Evan White. All right, Jeff, that'll be coming up to the Great White North. All right. We had Silver to Troy, and Babes. All right, J. Mike, you got the Babes. All right, James, the Babes coming your way. How about this? 50-50 chance. Actually, it's a little bit better than 50-50 chance at a pack here with an auto. All right, James. Better than 50-50 chance at a pack with an auto. This is a 2025 rookie class. And right at the top, you have a nice tight end. Really nice rookie tight end. How about a Tyler Warren rookie? A Gage Lavardian. Carson Beck. Jordan James. Bryson Nesbitt. Mason Taylor. We have a Brian Nesbitt parallel. Brian Addison. I do think you might have an auto in here. Xavier Restrepo. There is an auto. We'll skip that for a second, but you are getting an auto. There's Ricky White and Holden Willis. Your auto is going to be a Jalen Lane. Jalen Lane auto coming out of there. Wide receiver Jalen Lane. All right. Tyler Warren and an auto. Not bad. Carson Beck. All right. Then we have the Silver to Troy. Silver. Troy, you are going to get a Topps Chrome Basketball 24-25 pack. All right, Troy, Topps Chrome. And coming out of here, how about a nice looking Taylor Hendricks? Nice looking card right there for Taylor Hendricks. Isaiah Collier. There is another. You got some really good players in this pack. And this is that number? No. Dylan Jones. But Rishashire right there. Nice player on the insert. Some good rookies. All right. Ballers. And then last but not least, Candace. How about this? We're doing that Topps Chrome. How about this time a Bowman Chrome 2025 football pack. All right. 2025 Bowman Chrome pack. We have Isaiah Santagna. Can't talk. Johnny Daniels. Look at this refractor. Holy cow, that's a nice looking card. Mr. Hunter right there. Is that numbered? Not numbered. Nice looking card, though. And then you're going to have a Jacoby Jackson. All right. All Bowman First cards right there. All Bowman First. Coming out of the 2025 edition. All right, guys. You see something here, just make sure I have everybody caught up. All right, so Thomas, what up, Paul? Tano, Michael, and then I think Howard. I put you in earlier. All right, so Michael's got the Rams. Mr. Carroll, I've got you with the Rams. Gaetano, what up, guy? You have spot in the basketball break. Paul's got a couple spots in the basketball break. And Thomas has the Friars. All right. Let's do a baseball break. One of the ones that is on the table. We have a brand new case for the TriStar, or for the RSA bats, but for this one, what up, Roman? We are going to go in and let's jump into the baseball bat break. It is one Gold Rush bat paired up with not one but two TriStar baseballs. I have to refresh this for the Rockies and Marlins show. But for this, I'm going to have everybody out there, you're going to put in the chat 5. That's right, 5 Major League Baseball players on one line. 5 players on one line. All right. Let's figure out the 2 baseballs, then we'll figure out which bat. We have 2 bats, and then we'll be done with Gold Rush 2025 for good. And then we'll be moving into some Hit Parade baseball bats after that. So I have 10 Hit Parade bats, and then by that time we should be able to get the new Gold Rush 2026 series, hopefully. All right. Let's figure out what ones we're going to be doing. All right, we got 1 and 2 on the table for the baseballs. 5, 6, 9, and 10. Top 2 numbers will be the 2 baseballs in this break. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Boxes 1 and 2. The 2 that are out there actually sticking with what's good. All right, 1 and 2. Right, these guys. Then for the bat, we actually only have baseballs, bats 1 and 2 as well. 1 is currently out there. All right, so that button. All right, so 1 and 2, 7 times. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Bat number 2. Bat number 2. All right, bat 2. Let me grab that. Give me 1 second. I have 2 messages. I want to make sure that the people that have messaged me were all good. Whoever wants to cancel an order. That sucks. It's from a break I already did. Well, that stinks. Who's Joslid? Alright, well, bat 2. Let me put bat 2. Someone wants to cancel from a break we did, and that stinks. Alright, so box 1 coming out. Alright, box 2's out there. Give me a moment. Someone put a request to cancel all their orders. Oh, jerks. All right. Well, let me fulfill these cancellation request. All right. I do have. I'm gonna post it in the chat. Hold on. All right. Well, let me take this. Put this back. All right. It's always something. Always something, friends. Well, if anybody's interested in that spot, just put it in the chat. All right, last call on those guesses here. We've got Nicholas with the Diamondbacks, Shane with the Braves, Richard. I don't think Daniel's saying he'll take it. Looking for Frank Thomas. All right, Richard with the Orioles, Thomas with the Red Sox, Douglas has the Cubs, David with the White Sox, Jeff has his Reds, Case has the Guardians, Michael Motorcycle with the Rocks, Case has the Tigers and the Astros, Ryan with the Royals, Case has the Angels. Oh, Daniel. All right, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. We have Case with the Astros, Ryan with the Royals, Case with the Angels, David M with the Dodgers, Chris has the Marlins, Thomas with the Brewers and the Twins, Case with the Mets and the Yanks, Stacy has the A's, Jake has the Phillies and the Pirates, Douglas has the Padres, Zachary's got the Giants, Michael has the Mariners, Ryan with the Cardinals, Thomas has the Rays, Michael's got the Rangers, Stacy's got the Jays, and David has the Nationals. All right. Dan, you have my information, right? For PayPal or Venmo. All right, guys. No more guesses. Good luck, everybody. Let's get our baseball on wheels. Baseball on wheels right there. This is box one. Box one. Give that a tap all the way around. It is sealed up. I do normally put the note out there, so just as a reference for anybody that needs it. We'll take that off before I completely open the whole box, but I always like to have that out there for our baseball break. All right, take that off. If we need to reference it, we can go back. All right, sealed up. It's stuff that was in the listing as well. All right, secondary seal. Time to give this a cut. One more tap. All right, here we go. We have a Rawlings TriStar Authenticated Major League Baseball from the Texas Rangers. Texas Rangers right there. Michael Motorcycle. How about a little Luis? Or not Luis, but Juan Gonzalez. Juan Gonzalez right there. I think he only ever made, I think it says there, 2 All-Star teams. Both years, he was also the league MVP. Insane RBI season one of the years, too. Let's see. Like one of the years was like one of the all-time great RBI seasons, which can be a statistical misleading stat, but it must have been that 98 year. All right, Juan Gonzalez. All right, Daniel, thank you. I trust it. All right, Juan gone on the first baseball. Baseball number 2. Baseball number 2. It is sealed up all the way around. Looking for some glory coming out of there. Alright, sealed up. Coming all the way around. Time to give us a slice. Nope. Now, there we go. Alright, here's Mr. Barehand. Now, I don't know what team this is going to go to based on games played. I know what I would think. I would think it's the National League West team, but I'm not sure. It's going to be based on games played. Rawlings, TriStar Authenticated Major League Baseball, one of the greatest barehanded catches in the history of the game, and also the NL MVP. How about this? Kevin Mitchell. Kevin Mitchell. Again, based on games played, not years, games played, but I think it's going to be a giant hit. All right, let's see if Kevin Mitchell is a giant. I don't think it's Padres. I don't think it's Mets. I don't think it's Reds. So I think it's got to be... Let's see, Kevin Mitchell, where are you at? Games played. Here we are. This is the games played right there. No doubt about it. No doubt. I don't even remember Cleveland and Austin and Oakland, to be honest with you. All right, Kevin Mitchell is a Giants hit. All right, San Francisco treat. All right, Kevin Mitchell. Zachary, congratulations. Zachary. Now it's time for the baseball bat. Bat time. Alright, this is bat number 2. Bat number 2, we're just going to go give that a cut. There's the other side. See that goodness. But we're going to cut it. This feels like the knob. So without losing any fingers, let's give this a cut. Oh, what a hit! What a hit! This is a player-issued baseball bat. Does he have it? He normally gets this spot. Let's see. From the Seattle Mariners. No, he doesn't have it. Oh my gosh. From the Seattle Mariners. Julio Rodriguez on a player-issued Victus bat. Seattle Mariner on the hit. And this is going to be to Michael M. Michael M. Congratulations. Look at that. Julio Rodriguez on a player-issued Victus baseball bat. That's a monster. All right, Michael M. Michael M. Congratulations on the hit. First time, breaking first time hit. All right. Nice hit. All right, Julio Rodriguez. All right, congrats again, Michael, on a sweet belt. All right, did we have any Rodriguez guesses, Mitchell? Any of those? Not seeing any correct guesses here. Nope. All right. Everybody put a guess in is going to get a 50-50 chance here at a hit. All right? You're going to have a 50-50 chance. It'll either be a hit or a whammy. A hit or a whammy. All right, so you're going to have a 50 chance here at a hit or a whammy. As long as you put a guess in, one of these two boxes can be yours. All right. All right, top name 7 time, pick in a box, has to be a name. If it's showing up differently, we'll move down, but it has to be a name. Like, I'm good wouldn't count, but Kyle Style would. 2 times. There's 3, 4, 5, 6. One more makes it 7 times. Top name is, we're moving down to, it'll be Mike / Charlene. Mike / Charlene Anderson. All right, so Charlene, go ahead, make a selection. Which box of mystery would you like, Charlene? Charlene is going with the silver. All right, Charlene, that's the box you went with. And coming out of gold was the whammy. Meow. All right, and inside of here was a mystery plush keychain. So you missed out on a mystery plush keychain. All right, so Charlene, that means you are going to get a really nice Leaf Trinity 2024 box. All right. So inside here is guaranteed to be 2 short print steel cards and 1 player worn or game worn memorabilia card. Alright, so Charlene, let's see what's coming out of your pack here inside of the box. Alright, Charlene. You are going to have a Gary Templeton steel. This one is numbered to 49. This is numbered to 49 on that. So your short print steel Templeton is numbered to 49. Then how about a Cash Mayfield? And Cash Mayfield is numbered to 290. Numbered to 290 on your short prints there. All right, so Templeton and Mayfield, former Padre, turned Padre. And then your game player worn, it's a rookie, Theo Giller, player worn memorabilia card right there. Theo Giller. And it does say player worn memorabilia, not game. All right, Kumar Rocker, one of the top prospects in the game. Jace Young. Arjun Namala. Jose DePaula. Owen Cassie. Came up this year. Sebastian Walcott, so he is now the 5th or 6th best prospect in the game of baseball today. And Bryce Matthews. All right, got some good prospects in there and some nice short prints. All right, Charlene, those cards coming your way. You are welcome. Oh, some people have lots of questions. All right, that's fine. All right, guys. Let me go in. Take a look here. All right, give me 1 second. 1 second. I have someone that person that canceled has a couple questions. I'm just trying to be nice about it. All right. All right, so that there. All right, so not a whole lot remains. I will take you over to the website. So here we are, dad-breaks.com. So we just have 3 breaks with spots remaining. We have the Gold Rush, 2 baseball, 1 bat break. We have the Diamondbacks, the Orioles, the White Sox, the Guardians, Brewers, Mets, and that's it. So again, Diamondbacks, Orioles, White Sox, Guardians, Brewers, and Mets. If you're looking for a baseball break, those are the spots that remain tonight. Then we have, I think there's just a couple, maybe 3 spots remaining in our basketball kicks break. This is our basketball kicks break. It's got 3 boxes in here. Chance for a Michael Jordan potential. It's a 1 in 100. There are 100 boxes of these. Michael Jordan autographed sneaker is a possibility. We have an autographed jersey and an autographed basketball. And this, a random team break. And there's just maybe 2 or 3 spots remaining in that. And then last but not least, it is our autographed Funko, autographed Hall of Fame jersey, and autographed photo break. So if you're looking for a spot, that's it. Everything else is sold out tonight. Those spots are out there. We are going to jump in and do a football break. We'll go in right now and make sure I have this all lined up, ready to go. 1 second to refresh this. And we'll get into it. All right. Let me refresh this so you guys see the correct list. Alright, so this is going to be 1 mini helmet and 2 jerseys. 1 mini helmet and 2 jerseys. I can tell you right now, we know what 2 jerseys will be in this break. We have box 4 and box 6. Box 4 and 6 are the last 2 remaining up here from that series. Alright, what we don't know is what mini helmet we're going to use. For this break, you guys out there, I know I say the player, let's do a divisional guess. Divisional guess for mini helmet only. Divisional guess, mini helmet only. See if we can get some good guesses on that mini helmet. Alright, so go ahead and put some divisional guesses in there for the mini helmet. I have box 2 on the table. I also have 7, 9, and 10. So 2, 7, 9, and 10 are possibilities here. So 2, 7, 9, and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 10 for the mini. Box number 10. Alright, so 10 is coming on right there. And coming off box 2. Guys, in this break, remember your guess is for the football helmet, mini helmet in this break only. Chris has the Cardinals, Robert's got the Falcons, Richard's got the Ravens, James Earl Jones with the Buffalo Bills, Anthony, you've got the Panthers, Juan's got the Bears, Daniel's got the Bungles, Troy's got the Browns, Jared's got the Boys, Juan's got the Broncos, David with the Lions, Mason's got the Packers, Daniel with the Texans, Jeff has his Colts, William H. Macy with the Jaguars, Brandon with the Chiefs, Case with the Raiders, Mike has the Chargers. We have Anthony with the Rams, David with the Dolphins, Roman's got his Vikes, Stacy with the Pats, Robert with the Saints, Michael Motorcycle with the Giants, Robert with the Jets, Thomas is saying Fly Eagle Fly, Scott's got them Steelers, David with the Niners, Dennis with the Seahawks, Daniel's got the Bucks, David with the Titans, and Chris sitting on the commode. Alright guys, no more guesses here. No more guesses. Cheers. Alright. Let's do Life is like a box of mystery. You never know what you're going to get. Alright, we have box 4 right here. Box 4. This is a single cut on these jerseys right here for this series. Single cut. Right there. We have a college, yes it is, a college hit right here. Future Hall of Famer from the 49ers. 49ers hit. This is the University of Miami, though. We have Frank Gore. Frank Gore, running back. That is his University of Michigan, Miami, the Uni. And that's a Beckett authenticated Frank Gore. Frank Gore for the Niners. All right, David, there you go. Nice looking hit right there. Frank Gore. Mr. David J. All right. Box number 6. Box 6. That's going to be cut right there. Let's see what we got. All right, here we go. This is quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle Seahawks. We have Dave Craig. Dave Craig coming out of here. All right, Dave Craig. Fun fact, Dave Craig, I believe, is the only player that's ever worn a microphone in an NFL game in the 1980 season, if I'm not mistaken. Weird little story behind all that, too. But all right, Dave Craig for the Seahawks. Going out to Dennis. Dennis, congrats. Little Dave Craig love. All right, don't see blue on an auto jersey as a color we use very often. And that is going to be JSA. All right, Dennis. Time for box 10. Box 10. We are sealed up. Front, back. Time for the attack. One cut. There's 2. There's 3. We have a specialty helmet coming out of here. All right, this guy might have just retired this week, all right, because he said no to Buffalo. He's like, Buffalo, not doing it. Steelers said, we're not doing it. But this is going to be an Eagle hit. We have cornerback Darius Slay on a Slate helmet. That is a Darius, should we say Darius Slate helmet? All right, Darius Slate. That is going out to Thomas Q. That's a cool looking helmet right there. Beckett authenticated. He, I think, is trying to hold out for some way to return back to the Eagles. But the Bills are like, you can either play for us or retire. Alright, Darius Slate. Yeah, I know it's Slay, but Darius Slate. Alright, got one Hall of Famer, Darius Slay. Really good player. Just shy of a Hall of Fame career, I believe. Dave Craig. A long-time NFL quarterback. Alright. That means if you guessed NFC East, you're going to have a chance here at the box of mystery. NFC East. Alright, so Mike / Charlene. Thomas Sweeney. George. Alright, those are the only 3 names I see here. Mike / Charlene, George, and Thomas S. There you go. It's a nice looking lid, that's for sure. And I don't think he's washed. I just don't know if he doesn't have the speed that the Steelers needed this year. He just definitely doesn't have the same speed anymore. But he's not. He still can cover. He's more of a slot corner at this point, which he kind of was for a little while anyway. All right, guys. Wait, let me put the boxes together. One of you three is going to get the box of mystery. All right, so one of you three guys get the box of mystery here. Put those 3 boxes out. 2 hits, 1 whammy. 2 hits, 1 whammy. Ooh, that's a nice box right there. Let's do that. Alright, so 2 hits and 1 whammy. For this, we have Babes, Silver, and Police. Babes, Silver, and Police. Alright, top name, Tick Tock. Let's go. Alright, one time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. It's going to be Charlene again. All right, Mike/Charlene, you get to pick the box of mystery. Which break did we just do? We did, this one. All right, Charlene. Thomas, not a bad thing to do with it. Going with the Police. All right, Charlene. That means you passed up on the trash. And inside the trash was a pack of Zenith football. Zenith football. So a nice pack right there we missed out on. Alright, then you passed up on the Babes. And inside the Babes were not 1, but 2 balls, golf balls. It is the Masters and the Will Golf for Food golf ball paired up with the Scooter McGavin. Alright, so the box of mystery whammy. Not this time. Charlene, that's okay, because you're not going to get 1 item. You're going to get 2. Alright, so you're going to get a Score 2012 and an Absolute Calendar pack from 2024. Alright, Charlene. 2 stickers. Let's go. Alright, 2012 Score pack. We'll start with that. Zach Ertz to be so good. Justin Jefferson. Jack Youngblood. There's a Stephon Diggs. Amari Cooper. Rodgers. Marquez Callaway. Here's a nice looking rookie of Kenneth Walker. Nice rookie right there, Kenneth Walker. Alec Pierce, best last name in sports. Kennedy Brooks rookie. There's a Nick Bosa and a potential Jameson Williams. Jameson Williams right there. Deep man himself. All right, got some good rookies in that. Got some real nice rookies. All right, here we go. Absolute 2024 calendar. Let's do it. All right, so there are 3 cards in here. You have a Braden Fisk, rookie, Micah Parsons, and a Saquon Barkley. All right, 2 former standouts, all-time greats from the University of Penn State. All right, and then Braden Fisk. He's getting fisky. Hey, Charlene, those 2 packs coming your way? Dennis. All right, here's your Seahawks hit. Oh, boy. You missed it. How about a little Dave Craig autograph jersey right there. All right, give me 1 second just to get caught up on the viewers that came here. George, June, Guy, or Gaetano. Case. Thomas. Paul. And Charlene. Charlene, you got into the Christmas giveaways. Alright, Paul, you've got... I might have put that one in already. Yeah. Alright, Thomas, I think I got you in there with the Padres. Yeah, got Thomas in there. Case, I might have you with the Astros. Yep. Alright, Case has the Astros. We're looking at Guy with the Funko. Then we have June with a couple spots in the Funko. George, 3 spots, the last 3 spots in the Funko. Alright. Thank you guys. Let me update that real quick. Alright, so just a few spots remaining overall. We are now sold out of most of the things. We have the basketball sneaker break and the baseball break. Everything else sold out of here. Alright, we are going to do a brand new 3 Jersey Raz series. Brand new. Alright, if you are new to this series, inside of these boxes is not 1, not 2, but 3 jerseys. One of them is guaranteed to come from the list you see here on the left-hand side. Say we pull out of here a Chevy Chase. I can tell you right now, Rob will be doing a little happy dance, maybe tumbling over like a former president. But then, say we pull out of here a, I don't know, Bob Newhart. I don't know. Okay, that's a bad example because he didn't play sports. Bob Hamlin. All right, so we pull out a Bob Hamlin. There we go. Bob Hamlin would be signing a pair of glasses, putting that in with his jersey. Well, Bob Hamlin would have an equal chance to all 35 names, including the Chevy Chase. All right, so I always want to point out every name has a chance of winning up to 2 times. All right, so with that said, we have to figure out, and this is the only break I'm going to do all night without a giveaway. We have 8 boxes to choose from. Box 1 is on the table. If you need a moment to go grab a beverage or a spot in tonight's break, we have basketball and baseball remaining. Feel free to go do so. Box 6 and 7 times. Box 1, hey, why not? The guy that's out there, we're going to roll with. Box numero 1. All right, guys, in our break, we have David with the AI and Brett Hall. Rob's got Bucky Irving. We got Michael Motorcycle with Charlie Sheen winning. Rob's got Chevy Chase, Tumbling Man, The Worm to Troy, Dick Buttkiss to David M, Donovan McNabb to David J, Michael Motorcycle with Ed O'Neill. We've got Fernando Tatis Jr. to Stacy, Frank Thomas, the late night Big Heart commercial man to Juan. We've got Jamar Chase to Rick. We've got Jackson Chorio to Roman, James Cook to Rick. We've got Jeremy Roenick to Thomas Q. Jim Kelly to David M. David M. also has a goat before we knew what a goat was, Joey Montana. Troy's got Joe Terry. We've got Johnny Kruk to Charles. We've got Michael Motorcycle with Larry Bird and LT. George has the Mighty Ducks cast, and Roman's got Nikola Jokic. David M. has Peter Rose. We've got Rick with Rashee Rice. We've got David M. with Mr. October and Mr. 420. Michael Motorcycle has RJ Harvey. Rick's got Slam and Sammy Sosa. Michael Motorcycle has the Sandlot cast. David M. with the Diesel. Thomas Q with the Sean Kemp. Roman's got the Sandlot cast. Charles has Trey Turner. And Troy's got Troy Polamalu. Alright, guys. Good luck to everybody. Good luck. Let's get our Whopper out there. Alright. A little tasty goodness coming with this treat. Alright, so let's get that Whopper, some yummy goodness. Give it a tap. This is box 1. Box 1 right here. Alright, so you can see that it's sealed up all the way around. Looking good, looking tasty. Ready to be opened. Alright, guys, good luck. Alright, our first one is on our list. Alright, our first one is on our list. David J. How about this? Hockey Hall of Famer Brett Hall. Brett Hall coming out of here. All right, so Brett Hall going out to David J. Nice hit right there on a St. Louis Blues jersey. All right, so I'll mark that down, Brett Hall, as a hit. Our next jersey not on our list. We have Ron Darling. Ron Darling, picture right there. That'll be a Mets jersey, so the Ron Darling. We will be razzing that one off. That does not say Ron. Maybe it says Ronnie Darling. It is Ron Darling, right? Because that's a lot longer than Ron. All right. The next one is on our list. It is another Hall of Famer. All right, we have Michael Motorcycle going to be a happy camper with this one. How about this? Lawrence Taylor. LT right there. All right, get your Joe Theismann out of the way because Lawrence Taylor is here to save the day. All right, nice hit. LT. All right, a couple hits from our list. So that means just the Ron Darling to razz off. All right, who is getting Ron Darling today? All right, 7 times for the pitcher turned broadcaster. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. This is Nikola Jokic. All right, Nikola Jokic, and that is Roman. Roman, congratulations, Roman. This is your guy right here. Well, not your guy, but you like this break because even if you don't get a hit, you still have a chance at a hit. All right, so Ron Darling coming your way there. Roman. And the Ron Darling is a JSA authenticated Mets jersey. A lot of blue in that break. The Blues, the Mets, and the Giants. All right, David, Michael, and Roman. Congrats, guys. All right, guys. Some good spots out there. Good spots remain. I am going to go in. We're going to do our big one. Let's do it right now. A chance for a monster. The Immortal series. All right, we're going to do an Immortal break, friends. This is for 1 Immortal helmet, paired up with 1 jersey. For this break, I want everybody out there to put 3 names out there. 3 names that comes out of the jersey or the helmet. You'll get a chance, not chance, you will get a box of mystery. So 3 NFL names, that's all you get, 3 guesses. Get a guess correctly, you're guaranteed to get some type of autograph in the box of mystery. We'll guarantee an auto. All right, we have numbers 4, 6, and 9 for the jersey as possibilities. 4, 6, and 9. All right, 4, 6, and 9. 4 is out there, 6 and 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. All right, box 6, black bag number 6. Let me grab that. This is number 6. Going away, number 4. All right, on the table we have box 52 for the helmet. The only other box I have currently at all, period, for this series is box number 88. All right, so it'll either be 52 or 88. So Ray Lewis or Michael Irving, 52 or 88. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. All right, 52 staying out there. All right, last call on those guesses. David M has got the Cardinals, Daniel with the Falcons, Chris has the Ravens, Case with the Buffalo Bills, Christian's got the Panthers, Jesse with the Bears, Sarah's got the Bengals, Mike has the Browns, Jared with the Boys, Jeff has the Broncos, Chad's got the Lions, Mason's with the Packers, David with the Texans, Jeff has his Colts, Scott with the Jags, Brandon's got the Chiefs, David M with the Raiders, Thomas has the Chargers, we've got Michael C with the Rams, David M with the Dolphins, we've got Stacy with the Vikes, Dave has the Pats, Dave G, Sarah's got the Saints, Jeff has the Giants, George with the Jets, Daniel's got his Eagles, Charlene with the Steelers, June with the Niners, Mike's got the Seahawks, Case with the Bucks, Eduardo with the Titans. Here comes Jeff sitting on the commode. No more guesses. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Alright, box 6 is out there. Box 6. Alright. Let's use the OG himself, Spoonie. Alright, here we go. Let's go. Pick it. Oh, yeah. Hello. Alright, this is box 6, black bag number 6. Seeing some blue and white on this one. Oh, okay. Do not call him out on Jim Rome's show, but do not call him Chris. But we have Jim Everett. Do not call him Chris. Do not call him Chris. But we have Jim Everett. Jim Everett. This is a Rams hit. Jim Everett for the Rams. Not to be confused with Chris, right, Mr. Rome? All right. Michael C. A little Jim Everett love. And if you don't know, get that reference, sometime Google or go on YouTube and watch Jim Everett, Chris on the Jim Rome show. It's a classic, absolute classic. All right, guys. Hall of Fame quarterback, let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, box 52. 52 it is here, guys. Let's do it. All right, looking at it around the globe. Cut. More. Slate pop up. There's our helmet. Alright. Oh yeah, we have a former first round draft pick. When he's healthy, he's on it. When he's healthy, he is on it. Oh, look at this. Look at that color right there. You see that red? Do you guys see that red peeking through right there? Because that red's going to throw you off a little. Because now you're going to see some black. And then you're going to see some more black. And then you're going to see... Look at that. That actually threw me off because I did not expect it to be a salute to service. Look at that. From the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta Falcons on a flex right here. We have Drake London. Drake London coming out of here. Wide receiver for the Falcons. Look at that. Drake London. On the flex. Authentic flex helmet here of Drake London. There's the auto. Look at the salute to service. Full size. Flex seal right there. He's like butter because he's on a roll. He's got a hat trick of flex helmets. Drake is on the telephone. Alright, did we have any Drake London guesses? Matt! With a Drake London, Matt P. Alright, Matt. What a guess. What a guess. Alright. That's a great guess. Alright, Matt, you're going to get to pick a box of mystery. All boxes will have an auto. All boxes guaranteed to give you an auto. Alright, so all boxes have an auto. They're all going to be in the shape of a card, so I'm just giving you the heads up on that. There are no whammies. And these all will be in the shape of a card as your guaranteed auto. What a guess. Alright, Matt. Matt, your options. You will have silver, shark, and police. Silver box, shark, and police. Matt is going with the shark. Let me put your name on this, and then we'll go out and get you your box. Alright, Matt. Went with the shark. That means you passed up on the police. The police had a 2020, the chance for a monster auto hobby pack right there. So we missed out on that. Then the silver had a guaranteed auto from a 2024 Futures Multisport box. So guaranteed auto out of here. Alright, Matt. That is going to put you with a 2022 hobby pack with a guaranteed auto from the 2022 draft class. Alright, Matt, let's see who your guaranteed auto is going to be. And it happens to be Drake London's draft class as well. Alright, so Cole Johnston, Grant Morgan. You have a numbered auto, short print. Aiden Hutchinson, rookie. Ahmad Sauce Gardner, it's a good pack. Kalen Geiger, another peak performer in here. Abram Smith. Alright, Abram Smith. Your auto is a short print of Tristan Ebner out of 23 of 25. Tristan Ebner, 23 of 25 on the auto right there on the short print. Alright, 23 of 25. Alright. A couple of nice rookies here. Aiden Hutchinson and Ahmad Sauce Gardner, too. Alright, Matt, those cards coming out your way. Hey, you are welcome. Alright. Nate and James, let me get you guys in there. Nate's got a basketball spot. There are only, I believe, 2 spots left in the basketball break. Let me just double check that. I think there are only 2 spots. Yep, 2 spots are remaining in our basketball break. And then Orioles going out to James. Alright, next time that basketball break fills, I will do it. Alright, once that fills. Alrighty, let's go in. I have still 3 cases left tonight. Probably end it with football. The last 2 breaks will probably be football. You know what? No. I know what we'll do. Alright. Don't worry about this. We're going to do our Funko break, alright? We'll do our Funko. Like I said, once we get basketball filled, I will do that one. I'll give that some priority. And we have baseball. It is a brand new case for the bats. And there'll be 2 balls. It'll actually be these 2 baseballs, boxes 1 and 6 for that baseball break that's still out there. Alright. This is for our Funko break. Let me go in. Let's figure out what boxes we'll be using for each one of these. For you guys, everybody out there, give me 1 letter from the alphabet. 1 letter. If you don't see your name down here, don't worry. I will put your name in there when we refresh the list here shortly. Alright. For our photo, and like I said, give me 1 letter from the alphabet. 1 and 3 are the only numbers that are missing from the case. Everything else still in there. 1 and 3 out of there. So we got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7 times. All right, this will be photo number 6. Photo number 6, and we're doing this break right here. It's a photo 6. Let me cross that off. Grab it here. Number 6. All right. Then we have, in this break, we have the possibilities of every number but the number 4 for the jersey. Every number but the number 4. 5 and 6. 1 is a placeholder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 3 for our jersey. Box 3. Let me grab that. Box number 3 is coming on. Box 3. Good to do to box number 1. Alright. Then we have, for the Funko, every number but the number 3 is available for this. Box 1 is on the table. Like I said, every number but the number 3. 1, 2, 4, 6 for the Funko. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, box 2 for the Funko. Let me grab box 2. Alright, there's number 2. There goes number 1. Alright, last call on those guesses. Last call on those guesses. Alright, we're going to grab these names, and they're going to get new letters. New letters. Alright, 7 times. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. George will have the letter A and the letter Z. Alright, A through Z, and everybody else will be in between George. Alright, let me copy this, and then let's hit refresh. Alright guys, George has the letter A, David M has B, George has CD, Roman has E, Guy has F, June has G, Michael Motorcycle has H, George has I and J, Jake has K and L, George has M N O P, June has Q, George has R, Daniel's got S, Jake has T U, George has V, Daniel's got W, David M with the letter X because David J didn't buy in, George has Y and Z. Alright guys, no more guesses here. Let's do it. Good luck. Good luck to everyone in this one. Let's go. Hot dog Frank. Here we go. Box 6. Oh yeah, here we go. Big. Oh yeah. Alright, this is photo 6. It's going to be a sweet rip. Right there. Alright. We have from the Denver Broncos running back, Noshawn Moreno going out to George on the hit. That is Beckett for our authentication there. Running back Noshawn Moreno from the Broncos. That's Beckett again on the authentication. Alright, so letter M is on the board. Noshawn Moreno. Alright, it's time for the jersey. Hall of Famer. Here we go. Oh yeah, box 3. Here we go. Oh yeah. Sealed up all the way around. Secondary seal right there. The glory is about to come out. Oh, timber! Uh-oh. Lost Hot Dog Frank. Hot Dog Frank is down. But not out. Another University of Miami, the U jersey. This is Devin Hester. Devin Hester going out to Michael Motorcycle. Michael Motorcycle with a Devin Hester. Chicago Bear Hall of Famer right there. That also JSA authenticated Again, that is from the U, the University of Miami right there. Devin Hester. Alright, guys. One more. The Funko. Let's go. Oh, yeah, big hit. Here we go. Alright, this is box 2. See that seal? It's good. It's cut time. Secondary seal right there. Let's give it a cut. See what we got. Alright. We have seen this name. Alright, we have seen this name. This is Linda Blair. The letter B. David M. Linda Blair is going to be the hit here on a Exorcist. From the movie The Exorcist, Reagan right there. This is Linda Blair. Linda Blair from The Exorcist. There we go. Alright, David M. getting a hit right here. Congratulations, David M. Alright, Linda Blair on the Funko. Congratulations, David. Alright, so for the letters here, we have B, H, M. B, H, N, M. June. B, H. Jeff, H. Kevin. Jake and Jesse. Did I miss anybody? I have June, Jeff, Kevin, Jesse, Jake. So it's the Jays versus... Hey, you are welcome, David. The Jays versus Kevin. And it's inscribed Reagan on it as well. Again, JSA. I'm giving a heads up. There are going to be 2 whammies and 1 hit. 2 whammies and 1 hit in this break. So just a heads up. There are 2 whammies and 1 hit in this break. Two whammies, 1 hit. Alright, so we have a shark, we have the babes, and we have silver. 2 whammies, 1 hit. Alright, 7 times. 7 times. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. It is going to be June. All right, June. Which box of mystery would you like, June? You can either go with the shark, the babes, or the silver. We have June on the selection here. We'll wait on June's selection. Let's get caught up in any orders that have come in. Thomas. Got the Brew Crew and the Twins. Brew Crew and the Guardians, I can't even read. Silver, you got it. Alright. That means, June, you passed up on the Shark. Inside the Shark was not one, but 2 packs of cards. How about a little Prestige Football 2022 and a Yukon Basketball 2025 pack? Alright, so Yukon Basketball 2025. Alright, so missed out on the double hit pack there. Alright, June, then you passed up on the Babes. Inside the Babes, I'm going to tell you right now, was a whammy. Inside this whammy were not one, but 2 balls and a Shooter McGavin. Alright, so we're going to hold on to that. See if anybody can get that still later on. That means you are still going to get a whammy, June. Whammy. Coming out of here, June. How about your own little haircut? How about a little Harry from Dumb and Dumber? Harry gets a haircut. Harry's getting a haircut from Dumb and Dumber. Alright, so this whammy will be coming your way, June. Is Shooter still in play? Alright, guys. Really quickly, we'll go over to dad-breaks.com. We have 2 spots remaining in the basketball break. It is a random team you'll get. There is a possibility of a Michael Jordan basketball sneaker still out there. It's 1 sneaker, 1 autographed jersey, and 1 autographed basketball. 3-box break right here, random basketball team. Then we have in the baseball break, it is 1 autographed bat, 2 autographed baseballs. Brand new case for the bat. It is a Diamondbacks, White Sox, and Mets. Everybody else appears to be sold out. So Diamondbacks, White Sox, and Mets are out there. Alright, with all of that being said, guess what, friends? We are going to do a football break. And we're going to do the big one. Oh, shoot, I forgot to change the title of this. Give me 1 second. Big box. I just got the HP big box. There we go. Alright. For this break, all you have to do, you're going to put in the chat 1 NFL team. That's literally all you're going to do. Give me 1 NFL team in the chat. If you guess the team that comes out of any of the items, your name is going to go in the box of mystery. Chance for a box of mystery. Alright, I have 1 box here. Let me find out what number this is. This is number 9. We're going to use box 9 tonight. Alright, so it's going to be this guy, box 9. Alright. Box 9. We're going to figure out what random team everybody's going to get. Random team everybody will get. Remember, whatever we sell now from those 2 breaks left, we have 3 breaks after this left. I'd like to end the night on the full-size helmet, just because it's a massive case to open up on the table. But if I have to open it sooner, I will. I'd like to do the bat or the basketball next, though. Alright. We are going to take all these names, and they're going to go into the randomizer for a new order. 7 times. Daniel would have the Cardinals on the 7th time, and Mike would have the Commanders, but guess what? It's already been mixed up. Never see that lineup ever again. There's 3. There's 4. We do it 7 times. There's 5. There's 6. All right, here we go. Here's the lineup. Christian, you're going to have the Cardinals, and Brandon, you're going to have the Commanders. So I'm going to go in. I'll copy that. Give me a second to go in. We'll hit the paste button, and now it's time for a refresh. All right, guys, in our break. And if you guys want to make a trade, you're welcome to offer up any trades. Christian's got the Cardinals. David M. with the Falcons. Jeff has the Ravens. Daniel with the Buffalo Bills. We've got Joshua with the Panthers. Charlene's got the Bears. Ryan with the Bungles. Jake has the Browns and the Boys. Matthew has the Broncos. Michael Motorcycle with the Detroit Lions. Brandon has the Packers. Mike W. with the Texans. June's got the Colts. Kelsey with the Jags. Chris has the Chiefs. Michael Motorcycle with the Raiders. He's happy with that. And June with the Chargers. Scott with the Rams. David M's happy with the Dolphins. Juan's got the Vikes. Jesse with the Pats. Jake has the Saints. Michael Motorcycle's got the Giants. Matt P with the Jets. We've got Jared with the Eagles. Chris has the Steelers. We've got Thomas with the 49ers. Jake with the Seahawks and the Bucks. Brandon with the Titans and the Commanders. All right, any trades? Let's see. Eagles for Bills, Jared. Jared, I don't know if Jared's in the chat. It's a very, very fair offer. I just don't know if Jared's in the chat. Jared, if you're out there, let me know. I'll give you guys a minute to talk. Anybody else with a... I'll just get caught up on the orders here. There's 2 that just came in. I'll put you guys in. We've got Joshua. Thank you. And Robert. Joshua grabbing the next to last basketball spot. And Robert grabbing 2 baseball spots. Thank you, Joshua and Robert. You grab the White Sox and Diamondbacks. I think we just have the Mets remaining. So 1 spot remaining in each of the 2 breaks. Guys? Alright, give me a second. Next to Joshua Burke. Joshua Burke is asking about Jared. All right, Joshua, I'm giving you that second here, and we'll get that out there. Well, Joshua, because they do know each other. Texans are up. If anybody's interested in trading for the Texans, Mike is willing to take an offer for the Texans. Josh, if you don't hear anything back in 25 seconds, let me know if he's texting you back. If not, Josh, I'm gonna move forward here. Browns for Texans. Jake, he'll do that all day. He will do that all day long. All right, I already know that's an accepted trade. All right, so Browns are getting traded for the Texans. I don't even need to wait around. I know that's an accepted trade. Jake will have the Texans. Mike will have the Browns. All right. No trades with the Eagles there, unfortunately. Or anything. Let me see if this will let me refresh. All right, did. Browns to Mike. All right, there we go. Let's run it. Let's go. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. Let's get that good luck football duck out there. Quack, quack, quack. Mr. Ducksworth. Quack, quack, quack. All right. big box. I'm going to give it a tilt on this. Biggest box we've used for a break before. These big box. 5 items. 5 items. I'm going to do my best to keep it slightly tilted so you guys can see the top, the opening. I don't want to give everything away by pulling this paper out. So, but I do want you to be able to see. I'm all about giving you the best transparency as I can. Alright, they're all in other boxes. Alright, or bags, it looks like. Here we go. There's an item in this bag right here. I think it might be a jersey. Let's find out though. Feels like a jersey. Alright, our first item out of here, we have, look at that, from the Detroit Lions, Jameson Williams. There we go. Nice hit right there for the Lions, Jameson Williams. Detroit Lions on the board. Michael Motorcycle. That, by the way, is JSA authenticated for Jameson Williams. It's a good start. It's a real good start. Jameson Williams. Hey, thank you on that last basketball spot. We'll do that next. All right, Jameson Williams, I'm marking this down. All right, another bag. Let's see what's in here. Another bag of glory. A mini helmet. We have a mini helmet. We have Rashee Rice on a Rave helmet. Look at that, Rashee Rice. 2 great young wide receivers coming out of Speed Demons too. Rave helmet, Kansas City Chief, Rashee Rice. Good start, good start. Chris, nice pull right there, Chris. Rashee Rice on a Rave helmet. 2 great young receivers. Got some on a little trouble off the field for each of them, but so unbelievably talented players. Rashee Rice. All right, real good start. Another bag right here. Alright, this might be a card. I can't tell what this is going to be yet. Alright, we have a Hit Parade, and I think it's going to be a card, but we're going to find out. This is all still sealed, so let's find out what's in here. Data cut. Data cut. It is an autograph. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. How about an autograph? A Bruce Smith rookie card. Autograph. I don't. It can't be a rookie. Is it a rookie? No, it's not a rookie, but that's an autograph. It can't be a rookie. No. Is he? Yes, he is. That might be his rookie card. I can't tell. It's not telling me, but that's a sick pull. Whether it's his rookie or not. I mean, one of the all-time great defensive linemen in the history of the NFL, Buffalo Bill, Bruce Smith autograph right there. And that is going to be a PSA DNA autograph, Bruce Smith. All right, Bills, Daniel. What a hit. This is a great, great box. All right. Let me put that back in its bag it comes with. All right, 2 more items, I believe, unless there can be more than 4. We have I believe it's going to be a photo, but we'll find out. It's in a tube. All right, it is a photo. I'm going to have to pull it out because that's the only way to get to look at it. All right, we have a photo. It's rolled up. It's autographed, but Fanatics authenticated. We have from the Baltimore Ravens. That's Rashad Bateman. Rashad Bateman coming out here. Bateman for the Ravens. And that is going out to Jeff. Jeff, there you go. Rashad Bateman coming out of there on a Ravens photo. Rashad Bateman. All right, so Mr. Bateman coming your way, Jeff. And that'll be in a tube. That's a tubular hit. Tubular, man. Put this over there and I'll hold that up later. Sean Bateman. to the Ravens. Alright. Last item. Let me double check. Make sure. There's a. Yep. Last item is a full-size helmet. Full-size helmet. It's this guy right here. Alright, let me get this out of the way. Alright, guys. Full-size helmet coming out of here. We're ending it with. See some blue. I see some blue. I see some Seahawk colors. Oh, look at this Hall of Famer. If you think of Seahawk Hall of Famers, you think of this legendary politician, Steve Largent. Okay, you don't think of him as a politician. You think of him as a legendary wide receiver. Steve Largent on a full-size, old-school Seattle Seahawks logo helmet right there. There we go. Jake, there we go. What a case. What a box. 2 Hall of Famers in Bruce Smith and Steve Largent. And then 3 really, really fast young wide receivers in Bateman, Jameson Williams, and Rashee Rice. That's a fun. You guys like that break? Obviously, if you got a hit, you do. But do you like that? Should I do more? Alright, guys. Well, congrats again, Jeff, Daniel, Michael, Chris, and Jake. Alright, if you guessed any of those teams, you are going to get your name in here for a chance at a box of mystery. Alright, where are the guesses? Did I never hit no more guesses? I don't know. Thought I did. No, I did. Alright, so. Let me see who guessed correctly. We have Ravens, Bills, Lions, Chiefs, and Seahawks. Bills. Alright. James with the correct guess. David M with the correct guess. I think that's it. The only 2 I'm seeing, and I could be wrong, so very easy could have missed one, are James, aka J Mike, and then David M. If I miss somebody's name, let me know. Jesse, if you want me to send him your contact information, just email me or message me, and I'll be happy to do that for you. You had Bills? Did I pull a Bill? Alright, yeah. Good Bills. Alright. Sorry, Thomas. A lot of easy ones to miss on that, so I appreciate you letting me know. Alright, Thomas. Alright. Alright. I'm going to put the 3 boxes out there. 3 boxes out there. Give me a second. I want to take this off. Make sure that I get that right. Fun break. Fun break. These are the items right there. Thomas, J. Mike, and David. 7 times. Top name going to get to pick box of mystery. Alright. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 times. It is David M. All right, David. You get to pick a box of mystery, David, and we just did this break right here. All right, David, which box of mystery would you like to roll with tonight? We have the police, we have the silver, and we have the babes. Going with the silver. All right, David. That means you passed up on the police. Inside the police was not one, but 2 packs of cards. So you passed up on a pack of contenders and a pack of Bowman U Chrome. All right. Then you passed up on the whammy. Because nobody likes golf in this group, apparently. Because whoop, 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 whoop. You missed out on the Masters and Shooter. All right, Shooter McGavin. All right, so we'll hold out on that. All right. David, I think you're going to be happy with what you selected, though. Because coming out here, David, is a hobby box, hobby blaster box here, with a guaranteed auto coming out of here. 1 auto guaranteed to be coming your way. All right, what does Dave do with his box cutter? All right, time for a new box cutter because I lost it. This guy up. All right, here we go. Gonna give this a cut. There'll be a autograph card and a pack in there. Autograph card is a baseball player, numbered to 149. All right, here is your pack. All right, let's see who's coming out of here. You have Seaver King. There's a Seaver King. Tez Johnson right there. There is a Walker Howard. A Jeremiah Love. A Xavier Leggett. You have a Xavier Leggett parallel, too. So traditional and parallel. Then you have a soccer player, Harvey Elliott. You have a Jalen Flores. A Ethan Holiday. There is potentially the top pick in this upcoming draft. Ethan Holiday, son of Matt Holiday. And look at that, another son of a former Major League Baseball player there, George Lomberg Jr. All right, so you've got some good players in your pack. And now it's time to look at your short print auto. All right, so short print auto, it is... I have seen this. I'm trying to remember what team he's on. Kevin McGonigal. Kevin McGonigal is coming out of here. Kevin McGonigal. On a short print auto, that is numbered 138 out of 149 on the Kevin McGonigal. Does anybody remember what team he's with? I know he's on a team, like a minor league team, but you're welcome, David. Kevin McGonigal is a Detroit Tiger. There you go, Detroit Tiger. That works out perfect, David. So Detroit Tiger, I know you're a Tiger guy. Kevin McGonigal is a Tiger player in the Tiger system. I knew the name is definitely familiar to me. That's why. One second here. All right, third prospect in all of the organization right here, Kevin McGonigal. Second baseman, shortstop, more of a second baseman, I think, of what I remembered. But if you want to pause this and we'll look at this more later, David, you're welcome to. You can take a screenshot, pause it, whatever. Read up on Kevin if you need to, or like to. Yes, he is a Pennsylvania. I didn't know how local. I didn't see. I did see he was from Pennsylvania though. That's really cool. Yeah, just send me man the info. Daniel, that might be a tough get for you because David's top baseball team is the Tigers. So just a heads up on that. All right. Joshua. All right, Robert. You have closed it out. Thank you, Robert. The basketball break. For what it's worth, guys, there is one spot remaining tonight. It is in the baseball break. We have one spot remaining in our baseball break, and everything else, she gone. All right. So if you want to grab a spot, one spot. I think it's the Mets, if I remember correctly. But it's time for some basketball. All right, guys. We have 3 breaks remaining. 3 breaks remaining tonight. The basketball, the baseball, and the football break. Full-size helmet in the football. All right. For this break, I'm going to have everybody out there. All you have to do is give me one NBA team. That's all you have to do. If it comes out of any of the boxes, the team you give me, you'll have a chance here at a box of mystery. First things first is figure out the jersey. I think I have 2 of every item up here. I have box 2 on the table and 6 behind me. 2 and 6 are up here for our jersey. So 2 is right there. 6 is represented in the corner of the den. So 2 and 6, 7 times. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 2, let's stick with what's out there. We'll figure out the team. If you don't see your name, don't worry. We'll figure that out here once we figure out the items we're using. For the basketball, I have box 5 on the table. I also have box 6. 5 and 6 are possibilities here. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. All right, box 5. Staying with what's out there. Box 5 for the basketball. All right, so that's box 5. What we have to figure out is what kicks we're using. We have box 17 on the table. I also have 91. So 17 and 91 are the possibilities here. 17 and 91. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. 17. All right, so sticking with everything that's already out there. All right, we are going to use random.org to figure out what team everybody's going to have. What team? All right, so randomizer, there's 7 times. There's 1, 2. If this is the last time, the Wizards would go. If this was the 7th time, it's not. If it was, Daniel would have the Hawks, Taylor would have the Wizards. But we got 4 more times to go. There's 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 more. Here we go. So this is going to be the order right here. All right, Todd, you're going to have the Hawks. And Jake, you're going to have Nobody Beats the Wizards. All right, so here's a look. And give me a moment. I will go in and I will paste this order. Alright, guys. Here is the order. We have Todd with the Hawks. Nathan's got the Celtics. Guy has the Nets. Jake with the Hornets. Peter's got the Doubles. Todd's got the Cavs. Charlene's got the Mavs. Daniel's got the Nuggets and the Pistons. Chad's got the Warriors. June has the Rockets. Jake with the Pacers. Kevin's got the Clip Show. Jeff has the Lake Show. Ryan's got the Grizzlies. Joshua with the Heat. Chris has the Bucks. Paul with the T-Wolves. Howard's got the Pelicans. Kevin with the Knickerbockers. Sarah's got the Thunder from Down Under. Taylor's got the Magic. June's got the Sixers. Jake has the Suns. We have James with the Blazers. Michael Motorcycle with the Kings. Paul's got the Spurs. Robert's got the Rap Show. Juan's got the Jazz. And Jake saying Nobody Beats the Wiz. Mr. Hollywood. Who's Mr. Hollywood? Hawks and Cavs for the Bulls is an offer. For Peter. I don't know if Peter's in the chat, though. I thought I might have seen him earlier, actually. I don't know if he's still in there or not. But I did see him. Okay, Howard. Mr. Hollywood is Howard. Thank you. All right, yeah, you should be on there. Yep, you have the Pelicans. I don't know who Heat 250 is. Is that Peter? Oh, Nate is saying the Celtics are open for trade. Anybody interested in a trade for the Celtics? I'll give you guys about 10 seconds. Anybody interested in any deals? If not, we'll go in and we'll open this bad boy up. '76ers for the Celtics. So Nate is offering that. June, are you interested in the Celtics for the 76ers? I don't know if June's in. Is June still in here? I know he was. June's still in there though. Nuggets for Sixers. Everybody wants the Sixers. June, would you prefer the Celtics or the Nuggets? Which would you prefer, June? Let's just want to make sure because there were two. Boston. All right. So Sixers are getting swapped for the Celtics. Wow, what a legendary couple of basketball teams. All right, Nate's gonna have the Sixers, and June is gonna have the Celtics. All right. Let's see if it'll let me refresh. All right. Yep, it let me do it. All right, let's do it, guys. Good luck. Good luck here. Let's go. Everybody, good luck. All right, we have box 2 out there. Box 2. Good luck basketball out there. That is going to show a seal. This is just a seal deal. There is no other tape or glue job by RSA on this series. Let's go. Box 2, we have a Houston Rocket hit. Houston Rocket. How about Hall of Famer Ralph Sampson? Ralph Sampson on a Rockets hit. All right, so Houston Rockets on the board here, and Houston Rockets this break are June. June getting a little mojo. June, this has been your break. The basketball break has been June's break. Even with the trade, he still has mojo. All right, Ralph Sampson, jersey. All right, there's the auto, and there is the Beckett authentication. Congrats, June. Box 5. This was box 5. See that sealed up front. There's the back. Cut there. There's another cut. It's like pop up. It's go time. All right. Oh, guys, one of my favorite basketball personalities in the history of the sport, right here. Wow, and someone tried to trade this team. Look at this. Hall of Famer, the legendary voice of basketball, Bill Walton. Bill Walton. All right, guys, Bill Walton will be a Portland Trailblazer hit. Portland Trailblazers on the hit. Bill Walton. Bill Walton for the Blazers. All right, James, I think you're happy you didn't make that trade. I think you at least were talking about making if anybody wanted it, James. But I think you'll be happy now. Bill Walton. Basketball. Hey, Sarah! Oh, RIP right there. TriStar authentication on your Walton basketball. Grateful Dead legend himself. A Deadhead. No logo. No. No Celtic logo. Alright. Because, right, that's the only two teams he ever played for, right? Celtics and Blazers, right? All right, here we go. The kicks. Let's go. Let's go. All right, this is box 17. Secondary seal is going to be right down here. Yeah, this series, they don't put the information in it. So, pretty much the only TriStar or hip grade series they don't. Oh my gosh. If this is who I think it is, someone made a great trade. I will double check. Oh my god. This is going to go down as one of the greatest and worst trades in the history of this break room. From the Boston Celtics, we have legendary Hall of Famer Bill Russell. Holy cow. June. Oh my god. Bill Russell on the autographed basketball shoe right here. We have authentication from Hollywood Certificate and JSA. These are 1962. It's a 1962 pair. Bill Russell of these Chucks. Oh my gosh. Wow. What a hit. What a hit. June, this is your break. June, this is your break. Someone please check on Nate. Nate, are you okay? Ooh. RIP and a couple Hall of Famers in this break here. Wow. Holy cow, what a hit. Guys, this is one of the greatest athletes to ever play in the United States in any sport. Hold on. One of my favorite photos is a Bill Russell photo. I'm just going to pull it up. It's one of my all-time favorite photos. Right there. Right there with all his rings. Championship. I love that photo. Yeah. Nate, are you alright, my man? I know Nate's not happy. Nate's got to be sick over that. Nate, if you're still out there, let me know. I'll at least give you a pack of cards here, Nate, because that's a tough pill to swallow, and I don't want you to get completely empty-handed, Nate, so I'm going to give you something. All right, Nate. I gotta hook you up with something. Alright, Nate, it'll be your choice. You can pick a Yukon 24-25 basketball pack, a Monopoly Prism 24-25, or a Topps Chrome 24-25. It's not obviously a Bill Russell, but it's at least something. I know that there's pain with that, but I gotta at least put at least a little bit of a positive taste in your mouth after that. Going with the Chrome, you got it. Alright, Nate. How about a Carmelo Anthony? A Ron Holland rookie? Well, It's a Celtic, at least. Jason Tatum on an insert parallel. And Shaden Sharp. Alright, so a little something, something. I just know that's got to be a tough pill to swallow, so I at least wanted to give you a little something there, Nate. Right, guys. For our guesses, we have Celtics, Rockets, and Blazers. Celtics, Rockets, and Blazers for the guesses. Alright, so Celtics, I'm just looking. Rockets and Blazers. Celtics, Rockets, and Blazers. Alright, here we go. Celtics, Rockets. Alright, Thomas has the Celtics. Nate had the Celtics as a guess. Rebecca Doak. Sorry, I don't know who that is. So, but you got the Rockets, so I'm putting you in. Stacy, you had the Celtics. All right, those are the four names: TQ, Nate, Rebel Oak, Rebecca Doak, and then Stacy. Alright, those are the four names. Let me put the boxes together here. The boxes of mystery are going together. Alright, here are your options: babes, gold, silver. Robert bought break. Robert. Alright, 7 times. Top name, pick in the box of mystery. Let's go. There's 3, there's 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. It's Stacy. Alright, Stacy, you get to pick a box of mystery here, Stacy. Which box, Stacy, would you like? Would you like the silver, the gold, or the babes? Let's see which one he picks. Going with the gold. Alright. Stacy, that means you passed up on silver. Inside of silver was a pack of UConn basketball. And no one wants it tonight. Nobody wants it. You passed up on... Stacy, you passed up on a golf ball from the Masters and a golf ball that says, Will, golf for food. And then an auto out of 6 of Shooter McGavin, Christopher McDonald. All right, Stacy. The PGA Pro himself missed out on that one. All right, Stacy, though, let's see what you're getting out of here. There is not 1, but 2 products waiting for you now. Because inside of gold, we doubled up. You were going to get a Monopoly pack and a UConn basketball pack. All right, so you're going to get 2 packs for the price of 1. All right, Stacy, let's see what you're getting out of. Let's open up the UConn pack first. All right, UConn basketball, men's and women's. All right, let's see. All right. You have a Morgan Shelley, a Ice Brady, all women pack. It's an all lady basketball pack, a Z Fudd, and Maya Moore. Maya Moore. All right, so those are your cards. They're all ladies on the court. So, Stacy, those cards are yours. Now, Monopoly Prism. 24-25. There's a legend on the back. Alright, how about a legend on the front? There's a Giannis. A Alexander Sarr, rookie. How about a red prism? Jared McCain. Jared McCain, rookie. That's a nice color match on that. Not numbered, but a nice rookie prism. And a LeBron James. That's a great pack. Got a couple nice rookies. And Giannis and LeBron James. Alright, Stacey, those cards will be coming your way. Alright, 2 breaks remaining, guys. 2 breaks remaining. Alright, we're going to do baseball, and then we'll end it with the full-size football helmet. Alright, guys, 2 breaks remain. Let me hit the refresh button on this one. For this, you guys are going to give me on one line. Oops, sorry, Jake had the Mets, I believe, and it didn't show up. Make sure that hopefully shows up here a little bit, Jake. If not, we know you have the Mets. Hey, Stacy, you're welcome. Alright, we know the 2 baseballs are going to be on the break or on the table. The last one's from the case. From the bat case, they stuffed 6 bats in this, guys, so we're just going to cut it open and see what we got coming out of here, guys. 6 bats await. 6 bats await. Alright, 5 Major League Baseball players, 1 line. Go ahead and put those in there. Working with this, I'm working with the RSA. We'll do it like this. Okay. Maybe. We'll just grab these and kind of pull them out. Maybe. Alright, so. That is. I want to put it like that. That'll be the first one. That'll be the second one. That one. The third one. This will be. Doesn't want to. There's gunk on it. Let me get this gunk off. Always something on these. There's like gunk all over it. Oh well, whatever. There's like gunk all over it. And then there's this one. And there's this one. And then I'll push it back so you guys get a better look. Hey, Pine Tie, that'd be funny. What up, Chris? Hope you're well. Alright, 6 is on the top. You can't even see this. This is, 1's on the top. This is 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, let me get stickers and put them on. So let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so that is going to be 6, 5, maybe 4, 3, 2, and then 1's at the top. Alright. You guys, if you haven't yet, put 5 players on one line so you get your bat pulled out of here. 2 breaks remaining. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. All right, bat 1. So it's that one that's kind of hiding at the very tippity top. That's this guy right here. So that one's coming on. This one's coming off. Or these all are coming off, I guess. Give me a second to put these in the corner of my den. Ouch. Maybe not. Maybe not. Alright, so bat 1's right there. And then baseballs 1 and 6 are right here. Alright. Let me see if I refresh if it'll show an update here. Hopefully it'll refresh. There we go. Alright guys. In our break, we've got Robert with the Diamondbacks, Jared with the Braves, James Earl Jones with the Orioles. Brandon's got the Red Sox, Michael Motorcycle with the Cubs, Robert with the White Sox, Stacy's got the Reds, Thomas Q with the Guardians of the Galaxy, David's got the Rockies and the Tigers, Case has the Astros, David M has the Royals, Case has the Angels, David M with the Dodgers and the Marlins, Thomas has the Brew Crew, Stacy with the Twins, Jake has the Mets, Case with the Yanks, Troy's got the Angels, got the Athletics, Daniel's got his Phillies, Justin's got the Buccos, we've got, I should say his Buccos, and my Buccos. Thomas has the Padres, what up Thomas? Zachary's got the Giants, his Giants, Jared's got the M's, David M's got the Cardinals and the Rays, Jared with the Rangers, David M's got the Jays, and David J with the Nationals. Alright guys, number guesses here. Alright, let's go, let's go, let's go! Here we go. Doug Harvey's out there. Alright, legendary National League, the late Hall of Fame umpire, Doug Harvey. Alright, oh, didn't put our note out there again. Throw that out there real quick. Box 1, I'll get it started, and then we'll take that note off to give us more space on the table. Cut into that area. Alright, so take that note off, give us some more room to roam. Oh, what a hit. What a hit. Oh my. We have an inscription? Actually, we've got his full name. We have pulled several things of this player. Never seen his entire name autographed before, ever. We have a Rawlings authenticated Major League Baseball, JSA authenticated, and player authenticated from the Atlanta Braves. We have Ronald Acuna Jr., but it's got his middle name, which looks like it might be Jose, and then his last name is Blanco, but this is Ronald Acuna Jr. That is cool. I have pulled several Ronald Acunas, never seen anything other than Ronald Acuna on it. This one says Ronald Jose Acuna Blanco. That's actually really neat. Alright, Jared, congrats. Alright. Acuna Matata. JSA, remember, JSA and Ronald Acuna authenticated as well. Which is cool. Alright, JSA. Let's go. You're 2. Box 6. Last one from the case. Last one from this case. Cut into there, up there. Oh, Hall of Famer. We saw his name on a helmet a couple weeks ago. We have a Beckett authenticated Major League Baseball. Get this guy some Always Sunny in Philadelphia time, and he is a legend. Wade Boggs. Wade Boggs for the Red Sox. All right, Brandon, congratulations. Wade Boggs has come your way. The great hitter and defender Wade Boggs. Give him some fried chicken and some beer and stay clear. Alright, a couple really nice hits right there. Wade Boggs. The chat has gone quiet. Everybody good? Has anybody guessed any of these players? Acuna or Boggs? Anybody with those guesses? Boggs is there, still alive. It's late, I get it. Alright, we have box one here, guys. Box one. This is bat number one. Alright, they don't want us opening it on this end because they have a bottom and then they have a top. There is a seal. We're going to cut into it, see what we got. Alright, so they do tape it as well. There's a tape. There's a stack. You're out of there. Alright, and then it looks like cut here. Yep. Maybe? No, we tried. There we go. Alright, what is this? What the heck? Alright, we have a JSA authenticated taped up bat. Alright, well let's just look at... Wait a second. For a second there, I thought I said Brooks Robinson, but there's no way it's a Brooks Robinson. So let's look it up. JSA. There's well, I don't know. We'll take a look. This is different. All right, give me a second here. Let's see who we got here. All right, so let's see. JSA. This is a unique looking bat. It's an old bat. That's maybe it could be Brooks Robinson. That'd be something. No way, it's Brooks though. All right, so we have AY68437. Holy cow! It is. That's insane, guys. We just pulled an insane hit here. That's Brooks frickin' Robinson, one of the all-time great third basemen in the history of baseball. Especially defensively, but great hitter. Wow. Wow. James. What a hit. Oh my gosh. Did not see that coming. Brooks. Wait, what a break. Ronald Acuna, Wade Boggs, and Brooks Robinson. Oh my god. That's insane. Did not see that coming at all. Oh my god. Wow. James. Jared. Brandon. Those are some hits. Alright, well congratulations guys. It's unbelievable. Alright, I don't think I saw... There had to be an Acuna guess though. Yeah, there's an Acuna guess. Stacy has Acuna. Does anybody else have Acuna? That's the only correct guess that I actually see. No, Daniel, you get Boggs. Yep. Daniel had Boggs. Alright, wow, look at that. I'm still shocked by that. Brooks Robinson in one night with Bill Russell? That's unbelievable. Alright. Daniel and Stacy. Alright, Daniel and Stacy. Each gonna get a box of mystery here, and there will be no whammies. No whammies out there. Although, I have a feeling you guys both want the whammy, so I'm actually going to include the whammy on this. Alright, just as a heads up, I am including the whammy in this break. Alright, so, and I think you guys know what whammy it is. So, that will be included in this break. Alright, Stacy and Daniel. First come, first serve. Stacy and Daniel. First come, first serve. Take whatever box you guys would like. We have silver, we have gold, and we have babes. Stacy and Daniel. There's no ladies in this, Daniel. Alright, Stacy, you can choose, or Daniel. Stacy going with silver. Alright, Daniel, which one would you like? Gold, alright. That means you guys both passed up on the Bowman pack. I think you guys will be happy with this. You guys are both going to be happy campers, I feel like. Alright. Then, Daniel, check this out. You got your hands on a whammy. But Daniel, inside the whammy is a Masters golf ball and one that says, "We'll golf for food," and you're going to get the Shooter autograph 4 of 6. 4 of 6. Shooter McGavin. Yes, that is a Christopher McDonald autograph card right there. Pretty cool. You can thank Jeff for this one. Congratulations, Daniel. But I don't think Stacy's going to be complaining either. Stacy, I think you're going to be a happy camper as well, because Stacy, you are going to get a hobby pack with a guaranteed autograph rookie in there. Could be 2 autos or 1 autograph and 1 memorabilia card. Last one I have from that series. Alright, Stacy. Remember, we have one more break after this. We have the full-size helmet break to follow. Alright, guys. Stacy, you are going to get 2 autos out of here. 2 autos. Alright. There is a Dominican extra edition of Jose Luis Pena. You're going to get an Enrique Bradfield Jr. Spellbound. That's a nice looking card. A Cole Foster from the San Francisco Giants. And then your first auto from the Minnesota Twins. You'll like that. Charlie Soto. Charlie Soto from the Twins. And look at this. How about that? A hidden gem. Matthew Wood. Matthew Wood. That's a nice looking card. Matthew Wood coming out of there from the Brew Crew. Matthew Wood and Charlie Soto. Alright, so from the Twins, here is a look at your Charlie Soto, right up if you're interested in reading up about your Twins guy right there, Charlie Soto, prospect for the Twins. And the Brew Crew. Is Wood in this book? I don't know if Wood's in this book or not. No, not in this book, but Matthew Wood, catcher in the Brew Crew system. Hey, you guys are welcome. I like it. Jeff did not get the way I'm eating. He's bummed. You did a good job there, Jeff, with the other Jeff. Alright, guys, last break of the night. Save this big case for the end. Alright, for this, everybody, all you have to do, give me on one line, two NFL teams. If it comes out of the full size or the jersey, either one, full size or the jersey, you will get a box of mystery, alright? And everybody will get a box of mystery that guesses correctly here. Alright? Full size or the jersey. If you guess the team correctly, either box you'll get. We'll end the night with a box of mystery for you. Box 1 and box 2. Make that one a little bigger. Alright. This will be box 1. This will be box 2. Behind box 1 will be box 3. Behind box 2 will be box number 4. Remember, I will have... My next break is not till next week. Oh my gosh, Stacy, you're not joking. You are not joking. They have a manager with one of the worst winning percentages in the history of the game, too. I know that. He was a Pirates manager. Former bench coach for the Twins. There's 3, there's 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 2, so it's the one on the bottom right there, box 2. And what I was going to say is the break, give me about 10 minutes. Once we end tonight, give me about 10 minutes and I'll have the site just updated. A couple updates I still have to make to get everything ready for next Friday. Well, that'll be our next break. So next Friday, I'll have that stuff on the site. Give me about 10 minutes if you want to grab a team that you're really looking to hunt for. Tonight, it'll be up there. Alright, so there's box 2. Grab this out of there. Jersey, we only have 2 left. We have 4 and 9. 4 and 9. 4 and 9. We'll pick which one we want to use now. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. Box 4. Box 4. Let's do it. Box number 4. Black bag right there. So this one right here, taking off number 9. Alright guys, in this break we have Jake with the Cardinals, Rick has the Falcons, Troy has the Ravens, Thomas, you've got the Buffalo Bills, Christian has the Panthers, Troy's got the Bears, Jeff has the Bengals, Kelly in the house with the Brownies, Jake has the Boys and the Broncos. Wait, hold on. Did I give the right spot? Jake, you bought... What spot did I give you, Jake? I want to make sure I gave it to you. Successfully canceled. The Jets. Yeah, Jake, you have the Jets. Joseph was the guy that I canceled, so sorry about that. I want to make sure. Jake, you have the Jets. Wait, what? Oh, Daniel. Sorry, I said Jake. It's Daniel. Oh my god. I'm like looking at it. I have it. It just needed refreshed. It's Daniel. Sorry, I had the right one in there. Roman, seriously. All right, sorry for that confusion. Kelly's got the Browns, Jake with the boys and the Broncos and the Lions. Dave has the Packers, William with the Texans, Brandon with the Colts, William with the Jags. Brandon's got the Chiefs and the Raiders. Case has the Chargers, Brandon with the Rams, David with the Dolphins, Stacy's got the Vikings, Brandon's got the Patriots, Case with the Saints, Jeff with the Giants, Daniel's got the Jets, Jeff with the Eagles, Rick has the Steelers, Thomas F with the Niners, Thomas Q with the Seahawks, Jake has the Bucks, David has the Titans, and Troy is sitting there hoping to get something for his wife with the Commodes. Alright guys, no more guesses. Good luck, everybody. Box 1 is out there. Box 1. Let's get that good luck, the football duck out there. Alright, guys. This is box 4. Box 4. Alright, our jersey that I see. Alright, we have Malachi Moore. I think. I'm pretty sure this is Malachi Moore on the hit. That we pulled that on a multi-sport break not long ago, Malachi Moore. This one will be a college hit, Malachi Moore. Alright, so Malachi Moore is a Jets, Jets. And look at that. Malachi Moore going out to the Jets. Daniel, the guy that backed out, you got some good luck karma there. So I appreciate you buying that spot from the person that backed out. So Beckett authenticated on the Jets hit for Daniel. Yeah, that's the only saving grace, I think, if you ask me right now, for the Twins is going to be the pitching. And then, because you're looking at their best hitters, guys that get hurt. Their best hitters are literally... Is it Chris Miller? Okay, you might be right. It does... let's look it up. You could be right, David. I was thinking it was Malachi Moore. If it is, then I'm an idiot. And that's not thing new. But good call if it is. I apologize. Either way, I like being called out for that. Because I shouldn't just go right into it. Alright. We have W11. It's W11. 30. Or is that no? Oh, it's hard to see. 9. That's a 9057. 9057. Alright, and then we have 55498. It is, okay, it is Malachi Moore. Alright, I thought it was Malachi Moore, but it does look like it could have been a Chris. Yep. And I could see that, but I don't know if Chris Moore wore 13. That was the only thing. I think he was in the 80s. Didn't he wear a number in the 80s? That was the only thing about it for me. But I could see how it does look like a CH. Hey Roman, I've been there my whole life as a Pirates fan. I get it. All right, let's go. Box 2. Box 2. Good luck, guys. But I do appreciate that, David, because that I should have looked it up, but I wasn't 100%. I thought I was, but I wasn't. And when you said that, I'm like, yeah, that kind of looked like it. So it's always good to be transparent. All right, guys. Box 2. Let's do it. Last item of the night. So if you guess Jets, they're going to get a box of extra. We have a helmet that is upside down. It's an upside down helmet of a Hall of Fame wide receiver, though. From the Rams. We have a Rams hit right here. I think he's in the Hall of Fame now. Isaac Bruce. Isaac Bruce on an old school Rams logo there. Nice hit. That'll go out to the Rams. That is a St. Louis legend, but I want to see a Los Angeles hit here. That is the Rams, and that's going out to Brandon. Brandon, congratulations. Mick Abel. Mick Abel. Here's the thing about Mick Abel. Mick Abel throws. He's not this. Does not decipher his pitches very well yet. He doesn't have. You know how like people say you guys have natural stuff. Mick Abel does not have natural stuff. Mick Abel needs to learn to have more decipher in his. He's too repetitive in his mechanics, I guess is the best way to put it. I've seen him pitch in the minors quite a bit. Just when I travel around the state, I go to a lot of minor league baseball games. I know a lot of people that work in baseball or did, and so I can get free tickets to a lot of games. So I've seen him pitch a lot, and he's too repetitive in his delivery. If he can learn to not be as repetitive in the exact same motion, he's not tipping, but it's almost like that because he's so predictable. Yeah, Rodman, that's probably a good way to just say he needs a lot of coaching. But he's got the size and he's got the potential arsenal. He just needs to be coached to be more decisive or deceptive. All right, Rams and Jets. Rams and Jets here. Rams and Jets. If nobody gets correctly, stay there. Oh, all right. George has the Jets. There we go, George. You're going to get a box of mystery. Rams and Jets. Rams and Jets. I'm not going to lie. I think you might be the only one here, George. If anybody else... Yeah. Let me see that. Off right here. Alright, if anybody else had a correct guess, let me know. Right. Put this together for you here, George. George, I want to send you off with a nice hit. Alright, George. We have one whammy and two hits. We have the bays, we have gold, and we have silver. Yeah, Jeff, it was. Thank you. You guys have a great weekend, guys. I really do appreciate you guys spending the time with me. And obviously, I always say that spending your hard-earned money, but it does not go without saying. I do appreciate everybody, Hey, you are welcome, James. Thank you. All right, George, go ahead and make a selection. Yeah, people... Babes. Alright, George, stick around because there's potential here. I'm just telling you that right now. Alright, George. Passed up on Silver. Silver had a couple Bowman U Chrome packs, 2022 and 2025. Alright, so we missed out on that. Then you passed up on the whammy. Alright, how about this? I thought this was a fun one. How about a cookie cutter? It's Christmas time making cookies. A football cookie cutter. There we go. Missed out on a football cookie cutter. Alright. George, you have potential for a monster autograph. We got the 2020 draft class here for you, George. 2020 draft class. Let's see if we can get you a big time auto to end the night. We're ending it with an auto. Let's see if it can be one of the big time 2020 draft class players. Alright, Malik Harrison. That's a cool looking James Morgan card. You have Davion Hamilton. There's Kalija Lipscomb. We'll skip the auto. John Hightower and Kyle Duggar, Steeler safety. Kyle Duggar. Your auto is Calvin Taylor. Calvin Taylor. Alright, it's not a terrible auto right there. Calvin Taylor on the auto. Not a huge auto, but there we go. Name familiar with. Melvin Taylor. Alright guys, well that's going to end the evening for us. Congratulations to everybody got a hit. We had some fun. We pulled some insane legendary Hall of Famers tonight as well. Thank you guys so much. Hey George, you are welcome. Thank you so much for breaking with me as always. Have a good weekend. Like I said, I'm going to try to get this stuff up here in the next 10 minutes. If I'm going to get everybody's items out from tonight's break either on Monday or, unfortunately, it'll be in Monday's mail. Where I'm traveling Sunday to Friday for work, so it won't be out until Friday if I don't get it out on Monday. So I apologize for that slight delay on that. But last travel trip for my work until 2026. So I just wanted to give you the 411 on that. So take care, everybody. Congratulations. Thanks again, Jeff, for that giveaway. And you guys all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Wonderful week.